Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. It is May the 23rd and we are just moving right along with everything that we are doing here in room A2. I just wanted to make a quick little video because for the homework tonight, we haven't really discussed too much ordering fractions from least to greatest or greatest to least. This is kind of a little bit of an introduction, kind of on your own. We've been really working with equivalent fractions, and we actually played a game today with different pattern blocks and a fraction dice that we've been doing. Pretty soon we're going to be moving to putting fractions on a number line, but the homework is kind of nice because it gives you fractions in rectangles or squares, and then you can visually see which fraction is smaller and which one is bigger. And then pretty much as we move on, we're going to move it to a number line. There was a trick that I taught all the students of how to compare fractions, cross multiplication, so you can even use that as well. But I just wanted to show you really quickly kind of what I'm looking for in the homework. So we are on page, let's see, tonight for homework is page 367 if you stay with me for math today, okay? And again, it says least to greatest. So there's only two sets, and then it asks you at the very end to choose one of the sets and tell me how you figured out how to order them from least to greatest. So there's really only two problems, and then it kind of asks you to explain your thinking. So for the first one, what you have to do, so this is your first set. It goes across here, and then it gives you spaces to actually order your fractions from least to greatest. So they want you to label the fraction first. So you have to label this as a fraction. You have to label this as a fraction and this as a fraction. So I guess it's technically almost like a four-parter, okay? So you're going to label these first, and then you're going to write them in order from least to greatest. So which is the smallest fraction, then which is the middle fraction, and then which is the largest fraction. So I just want to show you kind of what I'm thinking about when you label it. Either I would probably say maybe label it, there really is no off to the side, there's not a lot of room, so I would just label it right within what's shaded. So remember, you're only labeling the shaded part. So I'm going to give you the first one in set one. So in this rectangle, I see there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So I know my denominator is going to be 6 because I have a total of 6 pieces. And I see there's only one piece shaded. So this fraction of just this rectangle is 1/6. Then I want you to do the same for this fraction. What's my numerator here? What's my denominator? Then for this fractional piece, what's this numerator? What's this denominator? So label them first. Then you have to figure out, so which is the smallest? Is it this one, or this one? Which is the second smallest, and which is then the largest? So use these pictures to kind of help you see which is bigger, which is the smallest, and then which is the largest, okay? Really quickly, let me show you my little trick that I love showing students about how to do cross multiplications. Give me 1 second. So this is a great way, whether you are ordering fractions, you just need to decide which one is bigger, which one is smaller. So I'm just going to take, it works with, which is amazing, it works with every single fraction. I love it, no matter what is what. So let's just say we've been working with halves and fourths and thirds and 6 and 8. So let's do 1/8, and we're going to compare it to, let's say, 1/2, okay? Because we talked about this in class, that sometimes students will see this 8 and they'll automatically think that, oh, this is the bigger fraction because it has an 8, because they know that 8 is larger than 2 or 8 is larger than 1. But remember, this is a fraction, okay? So it's not out of a whole right yet. It's just pieces that we're sharing equally with each other. So it's not necessarily that the 8 is bigger. Remember what I tell you guys, the more pieces you have to, I always say, think about a pizza. The more times I have to cut it, my share gets smaller and smaller and smaller. With fractions, it always has to be equal. So that's why I say to the class, if I order one pizza for 17 students, you're going to get a really tiny piece. But if I order one pizza just for like me and Miss Riley, okay, I only have to cut it in half, so we'll get a larger piece. So when I am comparing fractions, I'm going to cross multiply, okay? We're going to figure out which is bigger. Is 1/8 bigger? Is 1/2 bigger? So you're always going to start at the bottom. So you're going to cross multiply. So I'm going to take my denominator, I'm going to go all the way across, and I'm going to multiply it with this numerator. So 8 times 1 is 8, and I just kind of put that up top here so I don't forget it. Then I take the next denominator, and I go across, and I multiply it with the numerator that's on the diagonal. So 2 times 1 equals 2. Now here's like the coolest part. You look at these two numbers that you already multiplied, and that's the number that you find out which is bigger or smaller. So I have a 2 and I have an 8, and now I know 8 is bigger than 2, so this fraction is going to be bigger than that fraction, okay? So I could rewrite 1/8 is less than 1/2. So you don't even necessarily have to draw out your fractions if you don't want to. If you don't want to draw circles or rectangles and you don't want to figure out if 1/8, this is a really easy way to do it if you can remember how to do cross multiplication, okay? So today for homework, you have to label your fraction, then order it from least to greatest. You can use the pictures to help you, or if you really want to, you can use cross multiplication to help you as well. All right, I hope this is helpful. Again, shouldn't take you too long tonight. It's just those 2 sets that you're going to order from least to greatest, and then it's going to I want you to explain how you got your answer. So tell me that you use cross multiplication, or tell me that you use the pictures to help you. Either way, just explain how you got your answer. Again, I hope this was helpful. I hope that everyone is still studying their multiplication facts. I know that we've been moving right along with our timed quizzes. So today was the 7s. Tomorrow is going to be the 8s. So please make sure that you are still studying no matter what. Studying all your multiplication and division. I know I gave you fact families last night because if you know your multiplication, you know your division. I think that's it. We're going to continue on with our fractions. Just remember too, if you want to send in any donations for the Burlington County Animal Shelter, the 3rd grade is collecting cat food and dog food and blankets and sheets, so you can send those in. Father's Day lunch and papers went home today, so send them in as quickly as you can. I know they're not due till June 6th, but the sooner you send them in, the sooner I can get them off to the main office. Field day is scheduled for Friday. I know Mr. Profko and Miss Kaler are going to call it tomorrow afternoon because I know there's a chance of rain. So if for some reason we don't have field day on Friday, it's going to be, I believe, next Thursday. I believe that's June the 1st. So lots of things going on. There's only about 20 days left of school. But if there's any questions or anything you need clarification on, please let me know. Also, International Day. A couple people have already started to send in recipes. Remember, it's one recipe, but just type it up 2 different times for me. Okay, so it's only one recipe. I just need 2 copies of the type recipe. And if you want to send in any extras for the trifold board, for their project board, if you want any clip art or stickers or any special letters or anything like that, just to make the project kind of really pop, remember that and the recipes are due by May 30th, so 1 week from today. So I know that was a lot of reminders, but just please make sure that you do send those in. You don't have to. There's going to be enough on the board to already make it great. But again, if you have anything extra lying around the house, anything like that, any pictures, you can print pictures off the internet if you want to. You can send in clip art pictures. Again, any like letters or stickers, anything like that, you can send in, okay? So any questions about anything at all, you can always message me on Dojo, or you can always send me an email. I hope you enjoy your Tuesday afternoon, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.